Good morning, everyone. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Thank you for joining the acronym MSOON, the class Making Something Out of Nothing. This is the class all about recycled crafts. All right, we were continuing our CD arts, and last week I was putting together a CD wind chime. I hope you all have had time to get your beautiful designs and pieces together. The first thing we're going to start with is just to highlight, I hope you all have enjoyed your weekend and Labor Day holiday weekend. Sorry, your holiday weekend, yes. All right, so that's what we're going to definitely talk about today is our holidays and events for today. Today is Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Today is Another Look Unlimited Day, Brazil Independence Day, Google Commemoration Day, Grandma Moses Day. Wow, Grandma Moses Day. International Day of Clean Air, National Acorn Squash Day, National Beer Lovers Day, National Grateful Patient Day, National Neither Snow Nor Rain Day, National Salami Day, it's Telephone Tuesday, and today is Texas Energy Savings Day. So those particular holidays and events can be used in so many ways. You can read them just to get information and to broaden your education and perspective. You can also use them for ideas for art. And, you know, if anything jumpstarts your ideas or inspires you to move forward with something, just go ahead and jot it and write it down. All right, so today what we're going to be doing is go ahead and hanging the top portion of the wind chime. And so last week I was showing you all how we were going to glue everything down together. As you can see, this is already down the two sides. And I have my strings, which is clear fishing wire, already placed in between the two cardboards and glued. I first tied a knot into each end of the clear wire, and then I hot glued that knot down to the place where I wanted it to lie, making sure to separate them enough evenly where they wouldn't twist and get tangled. And so you're not able to put the top together, the actual stringing, until you are finished with stringing the bottom, because you have to put the hole in the top together, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do. It doesn't matter, as you can see, I don't really have a place for it on either side, but I'm just going to use my hammer and my needle tool to puncture a hole. However, remember, I'm working on the counter, so I want to get something that will protect my counter space, and I'm going to use this piece of foam board. And just be careful. So I'm just going to kind of hammer that through. Piece of my CD just popped off. I can just glue that back on. All right. I'm just wiggling it a bit just to make sure to kind of widen or open the hole up a little bit more. All right, you see that it went through, and both of those particular sides of the CD came off, probably from me cracking it and smashing it, and all I have to do Once again, is glue those back on. It's exactly what I'm about to do now. So I'm gluing in the bottom portion first, and then the top part, which is the shiny piece. Then I have to do that to the other side as well. So while I'm stringing my beads, that should give me a little time to let that dry. I could have glued it down quicker if I had my hot glue gun already heated up, but I don't. So also, what I'm going to do is put a little piece of tape on there to hold it, since I have to turn it on both sides. That's sufficient. Although I'm putting the tape on here, I'm not covering the hole. I'm going to go ahead and still continue to do the work that needs to be done. All right, so I'm going on the other side and tacking the piece on that came off, although I need to put a hole in that piece because it came off before the hole got down in it. I'm just going to hit that one more time. And hopefully that should be good. Now I'm going to glue that down. And I'm also going to use a small piece of tape. To hold it down while it's drying. All right, that's good. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my string together. Since the piece is already so long, my string doesn't have to be too long to hang it, the hanger portion of it. However, to make sure this thing is going to hang, I'm going to double this particular piece of fishing wire. And I'm going to string the top beads first, which are right here. So I'm just going to move this out of the way a little bit. All right. So we're going to put these two bottoms even, and I'm going to start stringing the colors in order how I like. That's the first one. And so where I want the loop to hang it, I need to make a knot so that the bead doesn't go beyond there, which it almost did. So let me tie a knot down. And I'm probably going to do that about 3 times so that the knot can grow or increase a little larger so that it does not slip, the bead does not slip over that particular area. So now I'm just going to pull it and see if that was enough, which it is. And then we're going to go ahead and continue to string the rest of those beads. And so since I have tied that in, I need to make sure that the bottom end where the string is even, so I won't have a problem with continuing to add on the beads. So I'm putting this turquoise bead next. And as I put the beads on, I just want to make sure that both of the ends of the string is going through each bead, which you can see it did. All right. So now I'm going to make a knot where I want those beads to stop. And another, just increasing it so that the beads don't slip over the knot, making sure the knot is larger than the hole in the beads. All right, so that looks good. And now I'm gonna put on one of these beads that I made in my pottery class, right over the double strings. Oops, missed the hole. All right, so that's good there. I'm gonna make a knot so that it doesn't slip down from there. And then I'm gonna put the last few beads on. I'm just following the same pattern of how I put beads on earlier on the actual chime portions that hang down. So that particular bead that I made has such a large hole that I have to make more knots to make sure, not knots, more knots turned, yes, on the same knot to make it larger so that it doesn't slip over. All right. So I'm just pulling it down to see if it's sturdy, and it is. And we're going to go ahead and put those last beads on, which are going to be this metallic looking bead. I'm just following the same pattern of what I have at the top. Clear, turquoise, and now yellow. So you can use any kind of beads that you like on your wind chimes if you like. So that's how that looks. And so I just want to separate it about the same length. I'm going to make my knot about right here. And we're going to go ahead and string the wind chime and hang it just to see how it looks. I was planning on getting some artwork done over the Labor Day weekend. However, I just completely did family stuff and relaxed and didn't do any artwork. So, no, don't beat yourself up. All right, so now I have the string that I want to be the hanger decorated, and now I'm going to go ahead and string the actual wind chime, but I want to just kind of double back and go through once again, making sure I have that hole through there. All right. I was just taking my time going slow, being that I already had to glue those pieces on again. And so I'm pulling the wind chime, almost forgetting that I have all these pieces down here, need to be careful. And now it's time to string this beauty up. So I'm gonna try to attempt to put both of the strings through there at the same time. However, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna do one at a time. So that's one. And now I'm looking for the other one. So it must be this one. All right, I'm gonna try to move that to the side and see if I can get this other side in. If not, I'm gonna have to take it out and make my hole larger. All right, let's try that again. So let's just open it up a bit more. Trying to be careful. Remember, I have my two pieces of CD that popped off, so they are on their glue right now, drying. All right, now I'm gonna go back in with the two strings at the same time, see how that works out perfectly. All right, so we have that through. And I'm gonna go ahead and begin to tie the knot. So I'm making sure to get that knot right on the top where I want it to actually balance so that it can hang straight. So I'm going to tie this knot a few times to make sure it doesn't come loose. That was just the second time. And actually, there's no particular amount of times you should actually tie the knots. I guess you just have to feel it out, and as you're looking at it, see if the knots seem secure, or if the knots are for beads, see if they seem large enough to you, that type of thing. All right, so that's about my fourth time. I think I'm pretty happy with that, although I'm going to go one more time just to be safe before I cut my string. All right, my fishing line, and then I'm going to cut it right at the knot since I've cut it so many times. All right, so that's how that looks at the top. I'm just going to go ahead and hang it really quick so that we can look at that and move to our next project too. All right. If you have any questions, anybody, anything to show or share, please feel free. 1 second.
Kim, I worked on my my project this weekend. I'm not through with it, but I got pretty much got it started.
That's good.
And I did the front side of each one of the cardboards, but I haven't done the back yet of the what do you call it? It's called a wind chime.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I remember the wind chime we had in pottery.
Right.
That's hanging on my deck right now, and it's done very well. I have a covered screened-in deck, so it sits there, and as the wind blows a little bit through the screened-in porch, it makes a little tinkling noise.
Okay.
Now, I thought about with this wind chime in terms of I'm looking for some of those little bells like you have at Christmas time.
Yeah, I have some I can share with you.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I was thinking about letting it make a little sound like the other wind chimes that are metal.
Yeah, I have a lot of little bells I can share with you, no problem.
Well, thank you very much. And my project, what I used was I went and got the hanging basket metal from the Dollar Tree. And they're
Okay.
just little pieces of metal hooks that I hung their little pasteboard mobiles, I'm sorry, wind chime too. They used to call it a mobile.
Yep, you can call it a mobile, a wind chime, a decorative hanger. So that's pretty much how that looks. You can see it's hanging from the ceiling, turning. One thing about this I'm concerned about is I would keep this in the home because putting this outside when the wind starts blowing, I'm afraid the strings are only just gonna get tangled up. So I probably just would keep it in the house.
Plus, I couldn't control mine with strings. The weight of the pottery pieces helped my wind chime to be more stable. But when I use pasteboard, it's a little bit floaty.
Okay.
So instead of using string this time, I opted out using these little metal hangers. It gave a little bit more stability.
Well, that's exactly why I said I wanted to use some of those beads because it would help it hang a little bit stronger.
Yeah, I use jewels, beads, the little plastic pieces from the what do you call it? The cassettes, the DVD cartridges, and I use mirror glass.
Okay.
I got a chance to cut up some glass. I have a little
you have a glass cutter?
Yeah, and I use some glass in the moon. I made a little moon and I used the technique you had with the toothbrush when you're painting it. And it came out very good.
Okay. So I hope you all like that wind chime. I'm getting set up just to show you all. And I like the way it's like glimmering and gleaming and stuff. And it's really nice. It can be looked at as a store-bought type piece. I would love it for a gift. So I'm definitely probably going to get it to somebody for a gift. And so we're going to continue this piece right here. This is the heart wind chime that I was doing. I was actually creating two. Excuse me. Ooh, thank you. I was actually creating two just to inspire you all. So I'm actually just filling in those pieces. And I have the bottom portions for that piece. So we'll be, I'll be showing that later. But however, I had a third piece that I was showing you all.
Yeah, that looks like your piece up there that's hanging up. It looks like you don't even see the strings. So it looks like the stars are floating below the moon. I don't know if anybody recognizes that. It looks like the moon is just floating out there by itself. You can't see the strings from my computer.
So the third piece that I said that I wanted you all to get some type of beautiful design is in the portion that we're using for the magazine paper tubes. Remember I asked you all to roll about 40 of those?
Yes.
And I said I was gonna paint mine black. However, you can paint yours whatever color you like. This is the particular piece that I'm going to be creating for myself. Anybody want to create it, feel free. And so what I did was made a copy of all of the continents so I could manipulate them and put them on a piece of cardboard. That's going to be the world. We're going to use those. I'm going to use those particular the magazine paper tubes. I'm going to use those to create a lattice. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, a lattice around the actual world. And that's where I'll be able to clip pictures of possibly friends or family members. So it's going to be a decorative piece to hang on the wall. And it's going to be also like a picture hanger. And you can only hang pictures on it like small pictures like 4x6 or even some of those wallet size. sizes, which I don't even know if people have. Sometimes I barely even see people with actual photographs anymore because we use technology and take so many pictures and save them in our clouds and different storage spaces
Mhm.
online. However, one portion about this piece that I like is that I am, as you can see right here for the heart wind chime, these CD pieces are basically silver. And you can see like an iridescent color on them. However, the difference between these CD pieces are blue. And that's where I decided, I got the idea to do the world, because besides doing the continents, the blue would represent the water portion of the earth. And so this place that we live called planet Earth. And then I started getting more ideas. So I've lightly glued these pieces of paper on here. As you can see, I can take them up. Although, just for example, like the continent of Africa is really, really large. You have so many countries there. I'm gonna do something, glue something on each of these continents that represent, to me in my mind, something that will be feasible, I mean, or acceptable to represent the whole country. For example, once I am done with putting all the actual pieces, sorry, I got a little flustered. Actually, once I finish putting all the CD art pieces all around here, and I don't even have to wait, I'm gonna take this piece, this Africa up. I've already used the white color pencil to outline the spaces where the paper is. So once I take the paper up, I won't lose my design for the pattern for where my continents lie or supposed to be placed. And so I think I'm gonna cut through Asia, like right here, and keep Europe about right there, which I don't even know really how much Asia is off of Europe. But however, so what I'm gonna do for South Africa, just not South Africa, but Africa, to just make each continent different, is I'm gonna glue seed beads all over the continent of Africa. And I thought seed beads would be really feasible because these seed beads come from Africa. These are the really, really small beads. And you see a lot of African people creating art and different jewelry with these seed beads. So I just thought that would be very acceptable to cover the whole continent of Africa. And I was thinking I was gonna do something different for Mauritania, but I'm not sure. However, for Asia, the continent of Asia, I have rice.
Yes.
So I'm going to be gluing rice on Asia, and that way, you know, I'm thinking of some materials that I can actually cover up with clear Mod Podge afterwards to seal it in, and it won't mold or mildew or something like that. And rice, it'll hold over time. And actually, somebody gave me some ideas for other continents. For Antarctica, I was thinking about how I could glue some squares or pieces of the plastic bag that we put our sandwiches in, like a fold top plastic bag, and just kind of layer them, and then that would kind of like look like ice. So I'm gonna create something on the Antarctica that will look like ice. And North America, I was pretty much thinking of North America as being like a place that produces multiple things. And I'm not even saying I have to put things on here that I think the continent produces, because Africa has so much to offer, yes, what the continents have to offer, than just beads. However, North America, due to the fact of it had a lot to do with cotton, I decided that I might use just the cotton from when you are, like cotton puffs or whatever, or I might cut different little pieces of squares of fabric and put fabric little squares all over North America. However, for Australia, South America, and Europe, I haven't figured out quite what I'm gonna do. If you all have any suggestions, feel free to help your teacher out and let me know. All right. All right. So although, all of this artwork that we're doing is like a works in progress, you all have to just keep going and, make sure to return back on some of the works that you had been doing previously to make sure that you finish it. And I just wanted to show you another piece that I have been working on. I actually think these two are completely finished. Although I still would like to say that I still could add another coat of white here to make it a little bit more stark or bold. But however, I'm pretty satisfied with this piece right here, except for getting it framed. Framing it will really take it over the top and, make it really enclosed and nice. And this piece I'm pretty much happy with. The birds didn't look that crisp once I finished painting it, but I went over it with a paint pen or marker. And I'm pretty happy with the elephants. I said to you all that I would be kind of outlining that with the gold pen, but I think I'm gonna put where you see this green here. I did that with a paint pen. I think I'm just gonna go across those black areas of the silhouettes that's touching the grass and make some grass strokes coming up from that. So actually, all of this was our cardboard art when we was doing our simple paintings. And each week, once I see anything else that I need to continue to work on, I just continue to do that. For example, I had this particular tree piece that we did in class. It was a reflection of trees over the water. And so today I realized that my piece could look much better if I added a few more branches. If you look at these trees with the fat branches, I thought they looked a little bit sad or wimpy, but it's a good start to build on. So what I did was I just took my white paint pen and I painted this with a brush and toothbrush and a credit card, if you all remember. If not, you can definitely go on to class. I decided I was going to use this white paint pen just to touch up some of these branches here. And what I do is make all of them, the ones that are already there, longer. And I add more branches to them. Just extend them out, so to speak. And I thought that would make the trees look just a little bit more natural and better, which I'm pretty happy with how that looks.
Well, Kimberlie.
Yes, ma'am.
What I did was I integrated the project you had with painting the various cardboards. If you notice, mine's a circular square, and I use the
I didn't notice yours because you didn't show them. I did not notice yours because you ain't show them to me.
I showed them till they're hanging up here.
You did?
They're hanging right behind me.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me switch to your. Hold on, love bug.
Well, let me, I gotta stand up. Hold up a minute. Oh, you can see it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I did the
wow.
One that we did the toothbrush painting with.
That's the wave.
And made it into this.
With the moon. That's so beautiful.
In the background is when we did the art with the toothbrush and the dots that you placed and everything.
Wow.
I hadn't finished that, but I integrated it with your the tiles and the mirrors.
That looks so beautiful.
And I did the same thing with the star. We had done something with the art where you were doing, showing us how to use different, like the toothpicks and the, what is that little Q-tips?
Yes, ma'am.
I had done that, so I decided to go ahead and turn it into a star and also integrate the little tiles that we were just doing.
They look really beautiful. What do you have on the back sides?
I haven't finished the backside yet. I left it blank.
You know, if you don't, I'm not saying like it's being lazy or anything, but if you don't really feel like doing the work, you can put a decorative piece of paper back there.
I'm gonna, whatever you come up with next, I'm gonna try to put on the back.
Okay. 'Cause
If you
all you have,
have-
or you can just go ahead and put some art on the back of those, and you know, put your CD art on there as well, because it's just like my moon pieces. I did 2 moons so I could put them together to have 2 sides.
I was pleased with the star because I used blue and pink and clear CDs and
Yeah,
mirrors.
I think it looks so beautiful. I love that star. I love all of the 3 pieces together. They look so nice.
I used
I love the way
jewels.
you have the star in the middle, or the diamond in the middle, and the 2 circles at the top and bottom.
I haven't finished because I plan on doing something in between. I also finished that little cardboard project when we were making like the I made mine into fingernail polish. I actually
Talking about you're talking about the shelf.
yeah. I added a hand.
Okay. The hand is because it's for the
At my
hand is
fingertip.
for because it's for nail care.
Yeah, at my fingertips.
Oh, okay.
I called it.
That's nice.
So I actually did a hand that's mirror. It's sort of wait a minute, I can turn it on for you.
Okay, please do so.
Yeah, I turned it on so you can see.
That looks beautiful.
So I got a chance to finish that, work on it a little bit, and
that looks so nice. So you're done with that piece?
Yeah, pretty much, unless I think of something else pertaining to hands.
Did you sign that piece?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's great.
Signed it. Oh, another thing, when you were making the holes.
What holes?
In your
wind chime.
Wind chime. I use this, and I have a larger one for if you got a larger piece of cardboard.
Okay, use a hole punch. And your hole punch has different sizes?
Yeah, you can. I got designed that you can use a star, a circle, a square. It got different little adjustments that you can put in it to make a hole, a larger hole or a smaller hole, like a pinhole. Got that at the Hobby Lobby.
Okay. All right. So thank you for sharing that, Ms. Vicky. This is when I put the branches on. It looks a little bit more natural. And I want you to go ahead and continue your works. Next week, possibly, if I have this piece finished with the water, at least I'll be able to show you what I've done to the continents, but I'll be ready to go ahead and show you how I'm going to create the lattice with the magazine paper tubes that we rolled to put around and behind this piece to make it an actual photo hanger. So that's just one idea. I hope that I'm inspiring you all to do something even probably different with yours. Maybe it can be just something beautiful to hang on the wall. Y'all saw that Miss Betty was making a Minnie Mouse piece that was actually a clock. So you can use those particular magazine tubes for hands for decoration, for all sorts of things. You just gotta be creative. All right. Anybody have any questions, suggestions, anything to share, show anymore? All right, thank you so much. I feel so wonderful today. It's so great to see you all. It's a blessing to be alive and be able to open your two eyes and breathe and just actually simply be here. You don't even have to do anything. But you know, we do have to, it's great to remember the past, but let it go. It's gone, it's not coming back. Don't think or plan too far off in your future, for you will miss the precious moments right now. And that's all we have. So,
But Kim, I have one more thing to say.
yes, ma'am.
We lost a giant in Helene Mills. She was a wonderful lady, and I had the pleasure of meeting her and just listening to her talk about all the things she's done during her life when we were at the Helene Mills Center. And she had so much energy, and so she was young at heart. And I can't say what a giant we've lost in that little, she was very petite, but she was a giant.
Yep, she was a cute lady and very stern. And if you all check your emails, you were able to see her service online this Saturday. They played it, but I'm sure they're just like you was able to replay certain things. If you like look online on Fulton County's website and put something in about Helene Mills service, you'll probably be able to replay that. They're probably showing it over and over so people can see it. So check that out. And yes, that is very true, Miss Vicky. Thank you all so much. I will see you all tomorrow, Wednesday, for Word Up, the class all about poetry, spoken word, and short stories. But I am, if you are in my pottery class on Thursdays, I'm canceling class on Thursday because we're having our grandparents' day celebration. Grandparents' Day is this Sunday coming up. If you want to celebrate doing something for yourself with your grandchildren or even your grandparents, if you didn't know about it, it's a time to actually take family photos together, or you know, have dinner and have a family forum and talk, that type of thing. You know, just get together and surround your grandchildren with you and kiss them, hug them, or elbow bump them, whatever you got to do. But Thursday at 10 a.m. on Buffy's, Maletta Clayton's link, we're going to be celebrating Grandparents' Day. So I hope you all are able to join us with that. So classes will be canceled, but I will have pottery on Friday. Thank you so much for joining Making Something Out of Nothing, the class all about recycling crafts. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Have a wonderful, safe, and blessed day.
Bye.
Thank you. Hey, Tammy Whammy.
How you doing, love?
Good, thank you. All right, peace, Miss Jean, peace, Miss Vicky, and peace, Miss Sharon Hartnett. Thank you all.